Welcome to our journey back in time to the beginning of food production, a pivotal point in human history. For millennia, our ancestors lived as hunter-gatherers, their lives dictated by the ebb and flow of nature's bounty. But then something extraordinary happened, a gradual shift that would reshape the relationship between humanity and the natural world. Around 10,000 years ago, in various corners of the globe, our ancestors embarked on a new way of life, agriculture. In the Fertile Crescent, a region stretching across parts of modern-day Iraq, Syria and Turkey, humans began to cultivate plants like wild wheat and barley. These weren't the domesticated varieties we know today, they were the ancestors, the wild progenitors that held the potential for something truly groundbreaking. At first, it might have been a matter of simply encouraging the growth of the most desirable plants, perhaps clearing away competing vegetation or replanting seeds in favorable locations. Over generations, these early farmers began to select seeds from the most robust plants, those that yielded the most grain, gradually shaping the future of these crops. And it wasn't just plants. In various parts of the world, a similar process was underway with animals. Wild sheep and goats, ancestors of the livestock we know today, were gradually brought under human control. The process was slow, likely spanning generations as humans selected for docility and other desirable traits. This transition from hunting and gathering to farming wasn't a sudden revolution, it was a gradual evolution, a series of innovations passed down through generations. The reasons behind this shift are complex and still debated, but changes in climate, population pressures, or simply a growing understanding of the natural world may have all played a role. What is clear is that the domestication of plants and animals marked a profound turning point in human history. It laid the foundation for a more settled way of life, for the development of villages, and ultimately for the rise of civilizations. But it also brought with it new challenges. The challenges of managing resources, of protecting crops and livestock, and of dealing with the complexities of a changing social order. With a newfound ability to cultivate crops and raise livestock, humans no longer needed to wander in search of food. They could establish permanent settlements, villages that would become the bedrock of a new era. Imagine the scene clusters of mud brick houses, perhaps surrounded by a rudimentary fence to keep livestock in and wild animals out, village elder. Life in these early villages revolved around the rhythms of agriculture. Men and women worked the land together, planting, weeding and harvesting. Children would have helped too, learning the skills they would need to sustain themselves and their families. The transition to agriculture brought with it a new sense of community, a shared dependence on the land and the success of the harvest. Young settler surplus food production led to population growth. Families grew larger and villages expanded. As communities prospered, they developed new technologies to improve their lives. Pottery, for example, emerged as a way to store surplus grain, while the invention of the plough revolutionized farming, making it possible to cultivate larger areas of land more efficiently. With more time devoted to activities beyond the immediate needs of survival, humans began to explore other pursuits. Art, music, and religion flourished, adding new layers of complexity to these burgeoning societies. The development of villages marked a significant departure from the nomadic lifestyle of hunter-gatherers. It brought with it a new sense of permanence, of belonging to a particular place. But it also brought new challenges. The challenges of conflict resolution, of resource management, and of maintaining social cohesion within these growing communities. Chapter 3.